Delek and welcome to Tibet This Week, where we bring you weekly news edition on Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Central Tibetan Administration. Let's have a look at today's headlines. 4 Tibetans arbitrarily arrested in Tibet and their whereabouts remain unknown. Sikyong Penpa attends Valedictory session of the 2-day Hymn Film Festival 2024. Speaker Khenpo Sonam Temple to visit Bomdila and Sikkim. Representative Dr. Tsewang Arya concludes his maiden tour of the Philippines. Chinese Liaison Officer Sangay Kyab participates in a conference discussing democratization of China in Berlin. India-Tibet Coordination Office holds Tibet Awareness Program in Mumbai to strengthen advocacy for Tibet. In the latest report published by the Human Rights Desk of the Department of Information and International Relations, since early September this year, 2 monks from Kirti Monastery, Lobsang Samden and Lobsang Tile or Timpo, and civilians Tsering and Venki, among others, have been secretly arrested by the Chinese authorities in Ngapa, Tibet, and their whereabouts remain unknown. According to the report, currently there is intense surveillance and restrictions throughout Ngapa, especially at Kirti Monastery and the surrounding village. Secret arrest of many people without any information about their whereabouts have become common. Even after release from prison, people are strictly forbidden from discussing their arrest, charges, detention, locations or which prison they were held, in making it difficult for local people to know what is happening. Additionally, all monks under 18 years old in monasteries around Ngapa have been forced through various forms of pressure and intimidation to attend residential schools. At Kirti Monastery's Preliminary Studies Institute, which had over 1,400 students and teachers, only about 100 students who are 18 or older remain, while the rest have been forced to leave the school, which has been closed now. Throughout Ngapa Prefecture and County, residential schools are now mandated to teach exclusively in Chinese except for language classes. As a result, the environment for Tibetan children to learn their own culture has become very rare and it is very precarious at the moment. Sikyong Tsering attended the valedictory session of the 2-day Hymn Film Festival at Central University of Himachal Pradesh in Dharamshala as its distinguished guest alongside Shri Sudhir Sharma, a member of the 14th Himachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly, and renowned Indian film actor Shri Manoj N. Joshi on the evening of 24th October. In his keynote address at the closing ceremony of the festival celebrating the works of aspiring filmmakers from Kangra district, Sikyong Tsering reflected on his recent experience at the premiere of Wisdom of Happiness during the Zurich Film Festival.
The movie is called Wisdom of Happiness. And this is based on an interview with His Holiness for about an hour, and that is supported by a lot of archival materials and new creative art they created to express to support the narrative of the interview with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And we live very close to His Holiness. I know that this movie is going to be very powerful. So if you find the time, please do watch the movie. It's not just about yourself. It's about others and saving the world and how His Holiness overcame the challenges in his life despite all the difficulties that he had to go through.
On Central Tibetan Administration official travel updates, Khenpo Sonam Temple, Speaker of the Tibetan Parliament in exile, is scheduled to visit Bomdila in Arunachal Pradesh from 1st to 6th November and Tumlang in North Sikkim from 9 to 12 November this month. In Bomdila, the Speaker will attend the consecration and inaugural ceremony of the newly constructed Assembly Hall at Thupchok Katsel Ling Monastery on 4th November. And while in Tumlang, the Speaker will join the celebration of the newly constructed Uge Mintuling Temple Palri Pema Öki Podang with Kanchakra on 10th November and main event featuring the Tsechu Cham on 11th November. Representative Dr. Tsewang Arya of the Liaison Office of His Holiness the Dalai Lama for Japan and East Asia concluded his one-week maiden official tour to the Philippines on 27th October after a series of interactions and lecture events on the Tibet issue in the regions surrounding Manila city. The Philippines was one of the few countries that supported Tibet in the United Nations in the early 1960s to condemn Chinese occupation of Tibet and questioned the veracity of the liberation of Tibet. The prestigious Ramon Magsaysay Award of the Philippines was awarded to His Holiness the Dalai Lama in 1959 for his leadership in the preservation of Tibet's society, religion and culture during a critical time. Representative Dr. Arya met Congressman Aiden Amathong and discussed the Tibet issue and the 16 Kashaks vision, where Dr. Arya presented a copy of U.S. Resolve Tibet Act encouraging similar legislation in the Philippines. Congressman Amathong expressed his support for Tibet's non-violent struggle and advised continued negotiations with China for peaceful resolution. Furthermore, Representative Dr. Arya met with Honorable Wallace Chow of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office to discuss Tibet, Taiwan, and China, agreeing on the importance of freedom and democracy in resolving issues with China. At the University of Philippines, the representative spoke with Dean Fernando Paragas, Professor Desolabes, and students about Tibet's history and warned against Chinese disinformation. He also visited the Philippines' Palyul Tibetan Buddhist Dharma Center to update monks on the Central Tibetan Administration's work. Dr. Arya met with Ramon Magsaysay Award Foundation President Susan Afan and Joy Alampe, who discussed promoting the Dalai Lama's vision for world peace and plans for his 90th birthday celebration. The Chinese liaison officer from the Tibet Bureau in Geneva, Sangay Kyab, attended the joint conference of the people of Taiwan, Hong Kong, Tibet, Uyghur, Mongolia and Inner Mongolia against the atrocity in China held by Sino-Euro Voice in Berlin, Germany. In his address during the opening ceremony, Chinese liaison officer Sangay Kyab recounted His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama's immense contributions and shrewd guidance in promoting collaborations among the victims of the CCP's political repressions, while expressing his disappointment for the oversight in including a representative of White Paper movement in this conference. As the conference reflected on the Communist Party of China's 75 years of rule, Sangay Kyab provided a detailed account of the 75 years of repression in Tibet, dividing the periods into 4 distinct phases. During one of the virtual talk sessions of the conference, Representative Kesang Gezebawa of the Office of Tibet in Taiwan delivered a talk stressing that international discussion and attention over the Tibet cause has not yet diminished as many misperceive. In light of that, he elaborated on the recent enactment of the Resolve Tibet Act in the U.S. The conference was co-organized by the UK headquarters of China Democracy Party, the Federation for a Democratic China, the Taiwan Foundation for Democracy, and the Democracy Party of China. The India-Tibet Coordination Office of the Central Tibetan Administration recently organized a Tibet awareness program in Mumbai, engaging stakeholders across education, media, politics, and Tibet support groups to promote advocacy and solidarity with the Tibetan cause. The program aims to strengthen advocacy and solidarity with the Tibetan cause with events and meetings held across the city. As part of the awareness initiative, a Day for Tibet program was held at Sri Chhatrapati Shivaji High School in Navi Mumbai, where approximately 70 students and faculty members attended the program themed Why Tibet Matters to India. The session was attended by Chief Guest Sri Sandosh Karat, during which ITCO Coordinator Rashid Digi shared insights on historical, cultural and geopolitical connections between India and Tibet in her address. The program highlighted the strategic relevance of Tibet, including environmental concerns and the importance of India's support for Tibet's cause. Likewise, in another advocacy meeting that was held at Mehboob Studio with Bollywood producer Sri Raj Satyam and his nephew Anish Vajala and later met with Sri Shashi Ranjan, an actor, filmmaker and producer at Sony Entertainment Television, at his office in Lokhandwala, Andheri West. They discussed about creative ways to reach out to the Indian masses by making the Hindi cinema fraternity more aware about Tibet and building mass mobilization through them. The program featured an advocacy meeting with Sri Santosh Rohidas Karat, NCP National General Secretary, and MP Sri Varsha Ekat Kaiwat, who pledged to support for the Tibet cause. Furthermore, discussions included challenges faced by the Tibetan refugee market in Mumbai, with representatives from the Tibetan sweater-selling community were also presented. That is all the news for this week's edition of Tibet This Week. Thank you so much for watching.